Hello, здравейте, bonjour, welcome to Monoglossia. I have a guest.
Hello.
You've seen Stefan before, maybe? He is our son. And last weekend, Stefan took the English exam called, just called FIRST, isn't it?
Yes.
First certificate for schools, because this was a special version that's for people who are still at school, although we saw that there were some people who are already at university, so roughly people who are still at school. Most of them were high school students, weren't they?
Yes, they were. There were even some university students.
Okay, maybe that's one of the reasons we decided to take it a little bit earlier, because later many people would take it, and the kind of unique thing about Stefan is that he's almost native in English. Would you define yourself as almost native?
Probably.
Yes, because he's been speaking English most of his life, really. Well, me and his father talk to each other in English, although we don't really address him in English, but still, you see what I mean. He has been exposed to English all of his life. So yes, Stefan is still in junior high school.
Yes.
In the French class of troisième.
Yes.
In other words, if you're not familiar, he is... How old are you?
I am 14.
14 and a half. Okay, so I might play, or I might have played a couple of videos of me bothering him, asking him if he's excited. Let's vlog. Stefan, where are you going?
To Paris.
To do what?
To pass a B2 Cambridge exam.
Cool. We're in the underground. Are you excited?
Yes.
Before the actual exam. So were you a bit worried?
A little bit, but it went well.
It went well. Can you say anything more about it?
So I took 3 parts: listening, speaking, and a written part also.
Like at first, but speaking was in the
Yes.
end, wasn't it? Okay, so, okay. Did it start with the reading?
Yes.
Reading and use of English.
Yes.
Mhm.
Then the listening.
And what about the writing?
The writing was after the listening.
Okay, so it was reading, listening, and then writing.
Yes.
And this was all the first part, like without the speaking, before
Yes.
the speaking. How long was this whole thing? 3 hours?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, maybe a little more. Is there anything that you found difficult, like writing your answers in the answer sheet? Or
No.
no? Would you say you were prepared?
Yes, I was.
What did we do to prepare for this?
Revisions, and we also looked at the format.
We looked at the format the last couple of days, which I think was the best thing to do. Also, we've been looking at and doing parts of a textbook, which is the same level, B2. I think we didn't mention the level. The level is B2, but if you have a grade A, the certificate will say level C1. And then if your points are below a certain threshold, then it will say that your level is B1. So I think it's going to be fine either way, even if it's B1, but I don't think so personally. What do you think?
I hope for a B2.
You don't hope for a C1?
Yes.
You never know, you know?
Yes, I hope for C1.
You're young, so it's perfectly fine if it's not C1, but it could be. Maybe we'll make a video with the results. Okay, and then there was a break, during which what did we do?
We went to a Japanese restaurant.
Well, there are lots of Japanese restaurants in Paris. They are not like super Japanese, if you see what I mean. They're not really owned by Japanese people, but they do serve like sushi, miso soup and the sort. Anyway, that's kind of not the topic of this video. Okay, and then the speaking, how did that go?
It went well. I spoke to a French person.
Yes, you were in couples, right?
Yes.
Okay. Did it feel okay working in couples? You were a bit worried before?
It was okay. The person understood English.
Okay, you were worried that it would be someone that is
Yes.
that is a bit below your level. The thing is, it's said that, and I really think so out of my own experience in languages too and in taking exams, that even if one of the people is more advanced or less advanced, they make sure that it goes well for everyone. Okay, is there any piece of advice you would like to address to other people, other students taking this exam?
Read the questions carefully before answering.
Always. Okay, cool. Thank you. Я бы сказала.
Bye.
I suggest you put that in the video.
I will.